I am going to be trying out the Love Song palette by Kevin and Coco. So it has 3 layers. This is the top layer, this is the second layer, and then the bottom layer has some lipsticks. This is one of the shades of the lipstick, but in this video I'm going to be focusing on the eyeshadow. Taking this blue shade on a flat brush, I started patting it on and barely any pigment was coming off of the brush. I went back in with more and barely anything coming off again. Next I tried a pink shade, and it's not as pigmented as it shows in the pan, but it is more pigmented than the last shade we tried. Trying the pink shimmery shade, and this barely had any pigment, so I went back in and put more shadow on the brush, but it just ended up having a lot of fallout. Tried a green shimmery shade next, and this had more pigment than the pink one. I was going to go with a bluey green eye look at first, but because the first shade didn't have pigment, now I'm just trying different shades. Next I tried this beautiful gold colour, and there was a lot of fallout, and what I decided to do was use my fingers to apply the shade. This shade applied so much better with my finger, and I did take the lash off because when I first applied this shade with a brush, the fallout went over the lash. I tried this blue shimmery shade and it applied better with my finger. So if you use the shimmery shades, use your finger, they apply better. And I tried some mattes with my finger and it had more pigment than using a brush. The shimmers in this palette are beautiful when you apply it with your finger. Would I recommend the eyeshadow palette? I wouldn't, because the matte shades are not that pigmented. I do like the shimmers and I will be using the shimmer shades, but with my finger of course. I really like the shimmer shades, and if they had a palette with just shimmer shades I would recommend, but this palette that has the mattes I wouldn't, because the matte shades you wouldn't even use as they are not that pigmented, so I wouldn't recommend this palette.